So now from this property we can conclude three properties or desirable properties is that modulated signal with constant envelope, that is the one property, because we have seen the binary FSK signal. For the binary FSK signal, when the symbols or inter symbol change is there, there is a discontinuity of the phase. So to make it continuity, we have moved for the MSK. Okay, so modulated signal with the constant envelope, so there is a no discontinuity in the envelope. Okay, and relatively narrow bandwidth occupancy, because since it is falling immediately by this 1/4 of inverse of fourth frequency, so that means we can say relatively narrow bandwidth occupancy is there, and coherent detection performance equal to that of QPSK. So that means the when we detecting the coherent detection performance, that means your bit error rate or the power spectrum density, when we are concerned basically especially in the bit error rate, so this is same as the QPSK. So these three property the MSK signal has. Okay, so that from this three property, so that means it still do not satisfy the stringent requirement for certain application. That means this property are good, but in some application which is not good, the MSK modulation technique. What is the application? That is the wireless communication application. So now if we want to apply the MSK signal for the wireless communication environment, so in that case the MSK as it is not good. So basically how we can illustrate the limitation? Okay, so for that what we can do, we can take the TBF equal to 5. So if we put the TBF equal to 0.5 over there and we solve the problem, so in that case we are getting the baseband power spectrum density of the MSK signal dropped by only 10 log 10 base 9, which is equivalent to your 9.45 dB below its mid band value. Okay, so now when the MSK signal assigned a transmission bandwidth of 1 by TB, so transmission bandwidth is given by 1 by TB. In that case, the adjacent channel interference for the wireless system using the MSK is not low enough to satisfy the practical requirement of the multi-user communication environment. Means in this, when we are taking the very narrow bandwidth, so there will be a little bit of interference to the adjacent channel. Okay, and which is not good for multi-user communication environment, that means your wireless communication system. So basically how to overcome this problem, that is the objective of your Gaussian filtered MSK, which is also known as the GMSK. Okay, so we'll see how that we can overcome this limitation of the MSK. Okay, so to overcome the limitation of the MSK, basically when we generate the MSK signal, so the MSK signal can generate directly from the FM signal or frequency modulation signal by using of a voltage control oscillator. Okay, and how to overcome the practical limitation of the MSK? If we use a filter or pre-modulation low-pass filter, which is also called as the baseband pulse shaping filter. So if we use a pre-modulation low-pass filter and which is same as the baseband pulse shaping filter, we can overcome the limitation of the MSK signal. Okay, so what should be the condition or property? Basically, you can say the condition of this baseband pulse shaping filter. It has these three conditions need to be satisfied by this pulse shaping filter so that the limitation of the MSK can be overcome. Okay, so first condition is the frequency response with narrow bandwidth and sharp cutoff characteristics. So this is the first condition. Second condition is the impulse response with relatively low overshoot. Okay, this is the second condition. And third condition is the evaluation of a phase trellis with the carrier phase of the modulation signal, assuming the two values plus minus pi by 2 for odd multipliers and the bit duration of TB, and two values 0 and pi even multipliers of TB in the as in that is the property of what happened. Is that PPT is that PDF visible? Ashutosh? Yes, is that
Yes, sir.
there was some problem intermediate. Okay, so that is the main condition for the your pulse shaping filter. So using this field condition, we can find out or we can overcome the limitation of the your MSK signal. So the frequency response condition. So basically, I will not go more details of the that Gaussian filter MSK. So basically, we are using the two things. So that the pulse shaping the response we are transfer function we are considering an impulse response. It should be if we use the Gaussian in nature. Okay, so we talk about the baseband pulse shaping filter. So if the filter is the Gaussian filter and with the transfer function of this, so basically this is the uh, Gaussian filter function. Okay, this is the transfer function of the Gaussian filter, and corresponding AST will get impulse shaping or pulse shaping filter by this AST. Okay, so basically from that, and we know that what is the value of the GT. So GT, basically in this case it is not exactly at middle of the zero. So basically the signal it will be like this. So now if we want to the pulse shape it puts on to across the zero, so we need to shift that value. Okay, so that means the value we are shifting over here by TB duration. Okay, so that means this is minus TB2 by 2 integration of minus TB by 2 HT by tau d tau. So we are shifting the value. So say this is 0, this is TB. So over this duration we are getting the HT value. Okay, HT value. Now if we want to shift over there so that the middle peak point on your 0 point. So this is your TB by 2. This is minus TB by 2. Okay, and this peak point is your TB by 2. TB by 2. Okay, so that means we are shifting the signal by the TB by 2. So we solve it, we get that expression which is called as the GMSK. So that GMSK used for the GSM modulation. Okay, so where we use the GMS, what is the full form of the GMS? Huh? Tell me what is the full form of the GMS? Sorry, GSM. GSM full form क्या है? Tell me. So I think all of you heard about the GSM, SIM, 2G, 3G like this. What is the GSM?
Global system for mobile.
Global system for the mobile. So that means in the 2GM or 2G, so we use that modulation scheme, that Gaussian GMSK. Okay. So I will this means up to this. So we will not go beyond of that. So this is the, so now some figures we have over there. So how the phase is changing based on the product of the bandwidth and bit duration. So bandwidth and bit time, basically dimensional time bandwidth product. Okay, and the time bandwidth product, depending on the time bandwidth product, the pattern is changing. Okay, so I will not go beyond of this. So that means how to get the how we will overcome the limitation of the GMSK, sorry, MSK signal. So that is using a baseband pulse shaping filter or period modulation low pass filter. Okay, and what should be the condition of this? These are the three conditions, and basically this is the formula, which is not that much important, but thing is that it is the Gaussian filter we are using, the corresponding the this transfer function we are getting this, and the corresponding the impulse response we are getting this. Okay, so that is a little bit about your GMSK. I will not discuss the, it's not required. Emre. Okay, so now we'll discuss little bit about the efficiency, bandwidth efficiency for EMRE FSK signal. Okay, so why that thing is required? Because when you compare the PSK signal with the FSK signal, if we want to compare how efficient means both are the two modulation scheme for the digital communication. So now his modulation scheme is good. The FSK is good or the PSK is good. So for that we need to describe or discuss this thing, how the bandwidth efficiency of the EMRE QPSK signal. So basically EMRE QPSK signal, sorry, BPI FSK signal, EMRE FSK signal B equal to is defined by the bandwidth that's equal to M by 2T. Okay, so what is the T over here? Symbol duration, total symbol duration, the frequency difference. Okay, so B total bandwidth B equal to M by 2T. T is the symbol's duration. Okay, okay. So now from there, if we calculate the value of bandwidth, so we can do that. So now thing is that how the T is related with the TB. So there is a relation between the T and TB. Okay. So how to get that relation? Anyone? How the T is related to your TB? So T is the symbol's duration. This is your symbol duration. This is your bit duration. So now, is there any terms? Anyone? So now just tell me one thing. If in a symbols there is a 2 bits is there. Okay. And what is the value of T? This is on symbols. And there is a 2 bits is there. Okay. What is the value of T in terms of TB? TB is the bit duration. What is the value of T? Samarpita?
Sir, TB by 4.
TB by 4. No, you just look at this. TB equal to your bit duration. Okay. And there is a 2 bits is there. And T is the symbols duration. So in the symbols duration, what is the value of T? What is the value? Now tell me, what is the value of T?
Sir, 2 TB.
2 TB. So that means someone put a message. Let me check. Okay. That means 2 TB. That means we need to find out how many bits is there in a symbols to find out the symbols duration. So I talk about names. So that means how to get how many bits is there for Embre. General formula is your log 2 base M. So that will give us the number of bits. Okay. Log 2 base M, that will give us the how many bits is there in a one symbols, and if we multiply with the TB, then it will give us the duration of the T. Okay. So that means this in that way they are related. So that means we can say, and also what is the bit rate? Means bit rate RB, that's equal to 1 by TB. If we know the bit duration, so that means we can calculate how many bits are transmitting in a 1 second. Okay. So that means they are inversely proportional, RB and TB. So from there, if we put those value in this equation, B is equal to M, so we can get the B equal to RB into M by 2 log 2 base M. Okay. So now if we want to calculate the bandwidth efficiency, so bandwidth efficiency equal to how many bits we are transmitting in a single or a single hertz, okay, per hertz. that will give us the bandwidth efficiency. So bandwidth efficiency that is equal to your RB, total bits that is transmitting over the total bandwidth B, and in singles hertz how much how many bits are transmitting, that will give us the bandwidth efficiency. So if we put those value from there, we can get that expression. Okay, so this is the expression that we are getting for your FSK or M-ray FSK signal. M-ray FSK signal. And for the PSK or MPSK or M-ray PSK, basically not MPSK, M-ray PSK, that value equal to, what is this value? This is equal to the efficiency equal to log 2 base AM by 2. That is the bandwidth efficiency for the MPSK. Okay, so now if we check the value of for the different value of AM, so for the your M-ray FSK, if we go for higher value of A, we can observe that the bit bandwidth efficiency is decreasing. Okay, for the case of M equal to 2 or M equal to 4, the bandwidth efficiency equal to 1. If we move more beyond that, the bandwidth efficiency is decreasing. When M equal to 2, it is indicating the binary FSK. Okay, and beyond that. So now if we put the value for this in this case of your M-ray PSK, we'll see, because the denominator there's a 2 is there. So for if we increase the value of M, so the bit bandwidth efficiency will increase. Okay, so in terms of the bandwidth efficiency, which scheme modulation technique is good? The PSK modulation technique is good compared to your FSK. Okay.